let's try to look at how to create the shapes that you can see onto our screen here. But how do we create, or how do we insert shapes, or how do we insert bitmap images? How do we insert uh, smart art? Here it's this is what we call the smart art. How do we insert it in our different workbooks? For instance, you could as well go to all programs and start Microsoft Excel. We are in Microsoft Excel, but how do we create these different looks, or put these different smart arts? So onto the beginning, you may have to go to all programs. Then from all programs, you may go to Microsoft Word, or you may pick it from the available active applications. Then from there you have a blank page. When you have a blank page, you may have the data maybe on a paper that you want to include into your smart art. So briefly, let's go to insert. When you have reached insert, you will jump tables, you will jump pictures, you will jump smart clip art, then shapes, then you go to smart art. When you have reached smart art, it is given into a dialog box. You have to know very well what exactly are you looking for. We have list, we have processes, we have cycle, we have hierarchy, relationship, matrix, and others. But in here, let's go, in case you have been given, when you try to pass through them, you will see that they change. So you have to know very well which type of uh, item am I looking for. You may be supposed to look for maybe a cycle, and then you just go to relationship. You will not get it from there. So what you have to do, you have to know very well that what am I looking for. I'm looking for cycles. The item that I'm, for instance, when you're typing exams, you may uh, understand, you may find out that you have to put a cycle, a life cycle of an insect. So you may have to first understand very well which part am I going to pick. Am I going to pick from list, relationship, cycle, hierarchy, where? So in here, let's go to cycle. The items that you saw on the screen were from a cycle. So onto that, we can continue. If you have understood very well that when you go in here, you are picking this and that, so it will help us to know that you are getting us from this side, or you am getting this item from this other side. Let's go onto here. Let's pick from the cycle. We may have maybe this. Then you say okay. So smart art, we have gone through cycles. So let's try to rename. You just click there and rename, maybe eggs. You may go to lava, maybe pupa. Then you may go to zygote, for instance. Then you may go to adult. So that one is done. Now you can resize it. You can just resize it and keep it there, or you may make it more smaller to stay like that. Then you may as well continue to go to maybe trying to change the color of the appearance of your cycle. You see, you just come here into colors, then you change the color of your choice. You may change to feature like this. So briefly, the item that you want may as well display as long as you click onto the right application or right button. So briefly, we can as well add something else. You can come and say insert smart art, then we go to still cycles. Onto cycles, you may get something of this nature. Things that move in cycle. You may say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So briefly, steps of how to keep adding. You may transfer it to any place as long as you make sure that your mouse has changed to this. If it changes to what you see arrows, you can only reduce the size. If it changes to the mover, you can move it to any other destination. So we have that. You may continue to change the style, the way it looks. For instance, we have it here. It looks this side, but you can bring it in the form of 3D. You can change it like that, so that you can give the beauty to another look. So you can use like buttons. You may use something of that nature. So briefly, what you want, it's what you see, it's what you get. You may as well go back onto cycles, then you say insert smart art, and then onto smart art. Still make sure that you're choosing cycles because you are dealing with cycles. You may pick like this other, then you say okay. So the one you have picked will come, then it's all about you to fill in the information. Then you can say manager, manager, the staff, service providers. Then you could say outside staff. Then all them, they are all crowned under board of directors. So it depends on what you want. You can choose whatever you feel like, then you can change the color or to the format of your choice. You may choose it to the format that you may preferably feel like. It could change it to that type. You can resize it. You can change one by one and do all the needful or whatever you feel like in accordance to what you may need. So in here, you may as well do the rotators and move according to the art that you may preferably want. So when it comes to trying to design uh, maybe smart art, it is very, very simple. It's just a matter of using your information to do whatever you want. It's what you have that may keep changing according to the design and the feel of your choice. So whatever you want will appear in your work. So it's not so complicated compared to other items. You have just to know where you come or what it takes to appear into your items. So briefly, we may continue to have many of this nature as long as we have what it takes. Now you may as well continue to say insert smart art, and you go to any other item of your choice. For now, when it comes to cycles, we may continue to have, or we may end into having that. When you continue to select new ones, they may appear to delete others, or you may continue to make good space if you don't want to delete the ones that you are from doing. You just get a free space for them. If you don't get a free space, you see they will continue overwriting others. So you may display information in accordance to what you preferably may wish. So briefly, those are the simple steps of creating smart art when it comes to Cycle Smart Arts. Indeed, we have done the needful. For now, we can end there briefly. Thank you.